Deep within the silent, stone walls of medieval monasteries, a secret was brewed. Not just any ale, but a potent elixir, so rich and strong, it blurred the lines between sustenance and sin. This wasn't merely a drink. It was a cornerstone of daily life, a symbol of survival, and eventually, a source of profound spiritual dilemma. Tonight, we journey back to an age where water was dangerous, and beer was life itself, to uncover the truth behind the monastic brew that became a legend. A beer so formidable, even the holiest of men found themselves wrestling with its intoxicating power, leading to whispers of a ban that echoed through the hallowed halls. Imagine a world where the simplest sip of water could lead to agonizing death. For medieval Europeans, this was a terrifying reality. Contaminated wells and rivers, teeming with disease, made potable water a luxury few could afford. Enter beer. Through the brewing process, water was boiled, naturally purifying it, making beer not just a beverage, but a vital, safe source of hydration and calories. From nobles to peasants, men, women, and even children consumed small beer daily, often preferring it to water. It was a caloric lifeline, fueling labor and sustaining populations in an era before modern sanitation. Amidst the chaos and uncertainty of the Middle Ages, monasteries stood as beacons of order, learning, and self-sufficiency. Benedictine monks, in particular, were governed by a strict rule that emphasized manual labor and hospitality. Brewing, therefore, became an essential craft. Monasteries possessed the resources, vast lands for growing grains, access to pure water sources, and the disciplined labor force necessary for large-scale production. They refined brewing techniques, documented recipes, and developed an expertise that far surpassed their secular counterparts, becoming the undisputed masters of the medieval brew. Monastic brewing was an intricate art, part science, part ritual. Their beers were often unhopped or lightly hopped, relying on grut, a blend of herbs and spices for flavor and preservation. The brewing process involved malting barley, mashing, boiling, and fermentation, often taking place in dedicated brewhouses. Crucially, these beers were packed with calories and nutrients, offering a substantial energy boost, especially during periods of fasting. Monks could sustain themselves on liquid bread for days, making strong beer an indispensable part of their diet and a testament to their brewing prowess. Not all monastic beers were created equal. Monasteries produced a hierarchy of brews. The daily sustenance was small beer, low in alcohol, around 1 to 2% ABV, and consumed freely. Then there were the stronger, more flavorful alesh reserved for special occasions, feasts, guests, or for sale to the surrounding communities. These higher-gravity beers, often aged longer, boasted richer flavors and significantly higher alcohol content, sometimes reaching 6 to 8% ABV or even higher for special Solvitor or Dunkelbier types. This range catered to different needs, from daily hydration to celebratory indulgence. The very strength that made these monastic beers valuable also presented a profound challenge to the monastic vows of sobriety and spiritual discipline. While small beer was harmless, the potent brews could quickly lead to intoxication, disrupting prayer, meditation, and the rigorous schedule of monastic life. The temptation of excess became a genuine concern, threatening the spiritual purity and reputation of the community. How could monks maintain their sanctity when such intoxicating elixirs were being produced and consumed within their hallowed walls? The idea of a full ban on strong monastic beer is largely a romanticized simplification. Rather than outright prohibition, monasteries, guided by figures like Saint Benedict, implemented strict regulations. These rules often limited the amount of strong beer consumed by monks, especially during ordinary meals, encouraging the consumption of small beer for daily hydration. Stronger brews were reserved for medicinal purposes, for esteemed guests, or for festive occasions. It was a pragmatic approach, acknowledging beer's necessity while safeguarding spiritual integrity and discipline. It was about moderation and purpose, not total abstinence. The monastic brewing tradition didn't vanish with the Middle Ages. Its legacy lives on today, particularly in the Trappist and Abbey Alash of Belgium and other European countries. These modern breweries continue to honor centuries-old recipes and techniques, often producing strong, complex, and highly revered beers. The story of the medieval monks and their potent brews serves as a powerful reminder of how history, necessity, and human ingenuity converge, shaping not just our diets, but our culture and traditions. The banned beer, it seems, was never truly banished, only refined and elevated. The tale of the medieval monastic beer, so strong it was said to be banned, is more than just a captivating anecdote. It's a window into the ingenious solutions and complex moral dilemmas of a bygone era. It reveals how necessity birthed innovation, how spiritual discipline wrestled with earthly pleasures, and how a drink became an integral part of identity and survival. These ancient brewers, driven by faith and pragmatism, left an indelible mark on history, reminding us that sometimes the most potent stories are found not in legends, but in the humble yet extraordinary contents of a medieval tankard.